Hi guys, it's Megan, and today I decided to make a video of like some tips and tricks that I've learned while working at the Disney store, or just some like fun facts that you may not have known. Some of you guys may know that I am a current cast member at my local Disney store. I actually started off as a seasonal, and I actually haven't been working at the Disney store that long, so I'm fairly new. So I started working in 2017, which is last year, in October I think is when I started, and it is, what is it? It's May 18th. Yeah, it's May 18th, and that's how long I've been working, and I'm actually leaving for the college program in August. So it's just a bunch of Disney, and I'm super crazy about Disney. Born Disney, raised Disney. I would not come to your interview super early. I think I went into my interview about 10 minutes early, and I had to wait, and so they just like let you walk around the store until they're ready for you. And while you're doing that, I would definitely start talking to some of the cast members, you know, just tell them while you're there, you know, get to know them. They could be your future coworkers. I don't personally know if this works, but I know it definitely, like, you can get it. I guess their input can kind of go into the decision. I know that our store recently had to interview some people, and a bunch of people came in, and like I was just getting to know them, and like later on some of us would go up to the manager and be like, oh my gosh, I loved this person, like they were so sweet. And then I don't know if that actually matters, if it goes into consideration, but I would definitely try to get to know your future coworkers. And sometimes they give you good advice as well. Just be yourself. That sounds like a really cliche thing to say, but honestly it's very relaxed, because Disney is just like a it's a professional company, obviously, but it's just not as tough as you would think, especially if it's the Disney store. I'm not sure about Disneyland and Disney World interviews. And someone that really helped me personally for my interview was Gregory Gage, I think is his name. I'll link his channel below, but he helped so much, and I would definitely watch that video, and he could probably explain a better job than me. I went to the Disney store for my interview. I dressed with just like a nice dress. A lot of people I notice come in Disney bounding, and I don't think they're necessarily looking at that. The other girl who was interviewing wore a bright red tank top, which didn't look that great, and like a huge Disney like Mickey head necklace, and it just didn't look that professional. And then like black pants, and I think they're looking just more for the personality. Like, just because you throw on like a bunch of Disney stuff doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna stand out. What I did was I wore that dress, and I had a tiny little Disney castle necklace. It was very subtle, but like you could, I mean, a lot of my coworkers today noticed that, so like it's like the subtle handset, but still keeping it professional. So some of the questions they asked me was, what was my favorite like Disney experience? And what I tried to do is I tried to incorporate, like I told them a story and what I've learned from it. So how I answered was that one time I just finished meeting Mickey, and so I was waiting for Goofy, and Mickey came out of his line and like had this fun interaction with Goofy and signed a little index card that one of the photographers gave. And he was like waving it around like, who am I gonna give it to? Just smiling, like I was happy, and I thought one of the little kids would get, but he came up to me and gave me the letter, and it meant so much magic to me. And after I told that story, I said to them that you can use that experience to give magic to all ages, like an adult, whether it's a teenager or a kid. It's just a magical experience for everyone. So they really liked that answer. I kind of like joked around a little bit. I'm not sure. It kind of depends. Like, you have to use it very widely. You can't just keep cracking jokes and then you're unprofessional. But I did throw in a joke. Like, they asked what Disney character that they felt I most identified with, and so I said Rapunzel, and I kind of told them like I'm very creative and artistic, and I went, technically, you know, Mother Gothel was kind of like my mom, and she just started cracking up laughing. And so I think like if you can get them to like kind of just have that interaction, then you'll definitely hit it off. So after my interview, I talked to the manager who was interviewing after a couple months went by. I talked to my manager. I asked her, you know, what does she look for in the interview? She kind of told me just be yourself. They can kind of tell when you're trying too hard. So when I went in, I had no work experience, and when I talked to my manager after the interview, like after I got hired and everything, you know, I said I just kind of told her I'm very surprised that I got this, because I thought, you know, since I didn't have any work experience, that I probably wouldn't have a best like chance to get it. And she actually told me that, you know, they just look for the character, because they can always teach you all the like the how to work a cash register, how to, you know, do all that fun stuff. And so it doesn't necessarily matter if you have work experience or not, as long as you just have that, you know, hardworking personality and just bubbly spirit, they'll find a way. Like, Disney knows what they're doing. So in Disney language, we don't call it uniforms, but we call it costumes, because technically everything is known as a stage. You know, when you're on the sales floor, that is the stage. There's backstage, behind the scenes, and we're all wearing costumes because it's always like a performance that we're putting on. So the first thing that cast members get is one of these. You have an option of a scarf, a tie or bow tie, I believe. So I chose the scarf, and as you may see in my thumbnail, it's kind of like wrapped. You just kind of fold it and you just put it around your neck, and then you're just gonna like tie it right here, and then you like tuck it in, and it does kind of look like a flight attendant. I've definitely gotten one of those comments before, like, hey, you guys look like flight attendants. Like, yes, we do. We also have one of these vests that are right here. I'm not sure what size it is, but it's one of these simple right here, and you also get a name tag, and so you put your name and then your favorite character underneath. It's funny because I put Rapunzel, and literally everybody in the Disney store, most of them have Rapunzel or Pascal on it, so I wish I kind of put a different character on it, just so, because like I really like Remy from Ratatouille, and so no one has that, so I really wish I could change it. But you know, it's good. She's my favorite Disney princess. Then you get this kind of basic underneath top, and I was actually starting off as a seasonal, and then I changed into a part-time. So for seasonal, you just got these in the pants, and on the side it just says the Disney store on it, and it has Mickey right here at the top, and then you just get solid black pants with it. And that's pretty much it for the costume part. I know you can also get the option to order a skirt, but I just wanted the pants, I think. Overall, I really enjoy working at the Disney store. I love my Ohana, that's what we call it, our Ohana family. You know, I get along with my coworkers very well, and you know, we all have that like Disney personality, and it's just fun to be in an environment just like talking about Disney all the time is just really great. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and post notifications in case you want to see more Disney vlogs, Disney store, college program, how many Disney plushes I have, because I have tons and I could probably do a haul if that. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below and I will be very quick to answer them. I would love to answer your questions. I will see you guys next time. Bye. I think that's all I've got. I'm not that helpful, I don't think.